जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन। यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन। यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन। यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन। यमुनातीरावनचारी। 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 रावणचारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन। यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन। यमुनातीरावनचारी। यमुनातीरावनचारी। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधव राधे दामादव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन जय राधा गोपी वल्लभ राधा गोपी वल्लभ राधे जय राधा गोपी वल्लभ राधा गोपी वल्लभ राधे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय कृष्णा जय कृष्णा जय कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्ण जय जय प्रभुपा 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 जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव ओ नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल. Let us start with prayers. Can you all see my screen? Prabhuji's, Mataji's?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Maishyam Dadati Swapadhantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टकी. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रहे. नमो महावधन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्रह्मण्य देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आपदापहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसंपदं लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमामि। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थां गतोऽपि वा यत् स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष सहाभ्याभ्यन्तरं शुचिः। श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु। हरे कृष्णा। Can everyone go on mute, please? Some disturbance. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji and Mataji's Dandavat Pranam. Let me share my screen.
Hare Krishna, Dandot from Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Sorry, Prabhu, I
Hare
could
Krishna
not come.
Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam.
Yeah, can you all see my screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for all of you for joining this session on Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th Canto, 11th chapter. So, just a disclaimer as usual. I don't know anything, but I'm just trying to serve Srimad Bhagavatam and Srila Prabhupada's a moment. So in this process, if I speak anything beyond my realizations, please forgive me like your brother. Uh, so let us start with the context, because if someone might just directly land on this video, just to have the context. So let us set the context what has happened before this, because some devotees from BHL is also joining today. So just for them, I'll give the context like what has happened in just 5 to 10 minutes, so that it will make the things easy for them to catch up going forward. So one day, Durvasa Muni gifted a garland to Indra. So this is the basically the story behind the Samudra Manthan Leela. Okay, so Durvasa Muni gifted a garland to Indra, but Indra, out of pride or ignorance, he gave that garland to elephant, which is Airavata, and that Airavata also, out of ignorance or out of knowledge, it has crushed under its feet. Looking at that, Durvasa Muni got very angry, because it's a disrespect for the prasada of God, because a sadhu always wears the garland as a prasada of Krishna. That means it is indirectly displeasing or disrespecting the Krishna. So, looking at this, Durvasa Muni became furious, and Durvasa Muni cursed Indra to lose all his power. When Indra loses his power, all the demigods, because he's leading the demigods, he's the Indra, the Deva Adipati. So he lost all his power, because he displeased Krishna, displeased the sadhu, displeased the Mahaprasada, displeased everything. So he lost all his power, and also demigods also all lost all their power. When the demigods loses their power, automatically demons headed by Bali gain their power, because when the good people loses their power, bad people automatically comes out. That's why good people should always be strong in spreading the glory of Krishna, spreading the glory of Dharma, spreading the good fortune of Dharma. That's where the Dharma stands. When the good people or sadhus don't spread the glory of dharma, then automatically adharma rises, which leads to the destruction of the society. So that's why a sadhu should not always sit in the Himalayas or should at the corner of the house, but he always should spread the dharma. That's where the glory of dharma stands. That's where adharmic activities will go down. Um, then finally, what happened is Bali Maharaj started attacking the demigods headed by Indra. So this side Indra is heading, that side Bali is heading. So finally, the Danavas means the demons, started the conquering entire universe and defeating the demigods. Finally, demigods had no option to going to Kshirodaksha Vishnu, Kshirodaksha ocean. So they started worshipping the Vishnu for getting their power back and for their good fortune. And whenever a devotee or anyone for that matter approaches Krishna or Vishnu with a devotion, uh, they will uh, they'll definitely get the help. So in the same way, Vishnu also helped them by giving a suggestion to turn the milk ocean so that they'll get the Amrita nectar, and when they drink it, automatically they will get their power back and they can defeat the demons. So finally, there was a truce. There was a like a deal between the demigods and the demons, sharing of that nectar. And that's where the Kurma Avatara comes to stabilize the Mandara mountain, which is tied with Vasuki snake. And in that churning process, we all learned in childhood, in school days, fortunately. I don't know if that syllabus still exists or it's gone. Uh, Out of that churning of the milk ocean, so many things came out like Lakshmi, Kaustuba, Airavata, and different medicines. And finally, the Dhanvantari came with Amrita. And that Amrita, uh, also, like, demigods looked at the avatar of Mohini. So Mohini is so beautiful in the looks. So that's where, even though the demons are very strong, but out of ignorance or out of distraction, looking at the beauty of Mohini, they agreed to distribute the nectar by Mohini without knowing that it is an avatar of Vishnu. Okay, so finally, um, um one demon named as Rahu. You might have heard of this Rahu Graha, right? So Rahu, even though he's a demon, in the disguise of a demigod, he he came into the section of demigods, and he also was drinking the nectar. But Surya and Chandra identified that he's not a demigod, but he's someone from the demon family. So immediately they told Mohini, Murti, saying that he's not a demigod, it's a demon. So immediately Vishnu, you know, thrown the sorry, released the Sudarshana, which has cut the head of the Rahu. So that's why Rahu and Ketu are separated. Rahu is the head of the demon, and Ketu is the just a body. And because Rahu, by the time Vishnu released the Sudarshan didn't have that Amrita, so he didn't swallow it. Meaning only it was in the Kanta. Until Kanta, it was there. It didn't pass after Kanta, right? So the head is Rahu and the body is Ketu. That's why, because Surya and Chandra informed about his identity, even today the Rahu tries to swallow the uh, Surya and Chandra because of that anger, and that's where we get this eclipse, right? And that eclipse will last only for some time, not for long time, because when Rahu tries to swallow the Indra and when Rahu tries to swallow the Surya and Chandra, he swallows, but it comes out because he doesn't have body. Rahu doesn't have body, right? So that's why he swallows and it comes out. So that way that eclipse also doesn't stay longer. And finally, Vishnu cuts the head of the Rahu, but Rahu is from the demon family. So whenever a demon from the demon family gets hurt, automatically the demon leader, which is Bali, uh, became furious because the Rahu's head has cut. So because Bali became furious again, he tries to attack the Indra and also all the demons. So there was a finally battle going on between the demigods and demons. And that's where we landed here in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th chapter and 17th sloka. We are starting with. So all these translations are by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Srila Prabhupada. So let us all pray to Srila Prabhupada that today's session will give us some realization of how the bad and good interacts, and how the always a battle between the bad and good happens in our life, and how to conquer the demons even though there are still many bad things will go on in our life. That's where we will start this session. So all the translations and purports by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So let us start with the 17th verse. तस्य तत्पूज्यान् कर्म यन्तुर्धानवसत्तम शूलेन ज्वलता तं तु स्मयमनोहनन् हृदे. Appreciating Matali's service, Jambasura, the best of demons, smiled. Nonetheless, he struck the Matalis in the battle with a trident of blazing fire. So I'm sure like all the devotees face a lot of trouble taking these sessions of this chapter, especially because there are no purports. Yeah. When there are no purports, it's very difficult to, speak from Bhagavatam, because the Acharyas has to reveal us. Then only we can speak something. We are just a postmasters in middle. We are nothing. Okay. We don't, honestly, at least I don't have any realizations to take from this. But when Srila Prabhupada writes the big purports, then we can learn so much from those purports, and we can speak something out of this purports. But when there are no purports, very difficult. But again, with the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and blessings of all the acharyas, I will try to speak something out of it. So here, Indra's charioteer is Mathali. So Mathali was actually hit by the demons, but still he was standing steady, because he has to serve Indra, because that's the job of the charioteer. Just like Krishna was serving Arjuna, even though he's Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Matali is also serving Indra. Even though he was attacked by the demons, he was standing steady. Yeah. But looking at the steadiness of the Matali, even the demigods were surprised. Even the demons were surprised. Especially this Jambasura, he was surprised. How can you stand even in such an attack? That's the beauty of a devotee. The devotee should always be tolerant. That is the one of the major quality of a devotee. Sadhu, it doesn't mean that he's so soft. Whenever something bad happens, he just goes down. It's not like that. Sadhu should always be tolerant. That's why we always recite in the Shishtastakam, Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishnuna. Sometimes, I don't know, like, especially me, we recite the slokas, but we forget to remember the meaning of the slokas, right? That's not the purpose of the slokas. The purpose of the slokas is to remind us the meaning repeatedly. That's why we always recite these slokas. Not like, just like a parrot is always saying Rama, 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 Rama. If we train it, it will also say parrot, like, it will repeat it. But if we don't remember the meaning behind it, and if we don't contemplate on it, if we don't remind ourselves the purpose of our life or in our slokas, then that doesn't hold any value. It's like a normal any other shabda. There is no if there is no bhava, it always becomes like a shabda. Okay, that's why always these sound vibrations of the slokas are called shabda brahma. Shabda brahma means those are the divine sounds that reminds us the purpose of our life. So whenever we say Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna, are we really Tarorapi Sahishnuna is a question, right? Taror means what? Taro means the tree. Sahishnuna, we should be very tolerant like tree. If we hit a tree, it will give us the fruit back. But are we behaving the same way? Daily reciting Shishtastakam is wonderful, of course. But are we following it? Okay, if we missed first day, second day, third day, at least are we trying to follow on the fourth day? That's what should remind us. So even Srimad Bhagavatam says the qualities of a devotee is titikshva karunika suhruda sarvadehina, meaning Titikshva means so tolerant. Karunika means so merciful. And Suhruda means very friendly. And friendly to what? Sarvadehinam, to all the living entities, not to only our relatives or friends. To every living entity, we should be Suhruda. Then only we are called Suhruda, or else we are called Saka. Even if the less than Saka is the Bandhu. The other day, Vishaka Priya Mataji was nicely explaining the differences between Saka, Bandhu, Saka, Suhruda. Bandhu means only they try to get something out of you. Whereas Saka is friendly, he will understand you and he will do the needful. Whereas Suhruda is the friendly to even every living being, not just to you. That is, Suhruda is the Krishna himself. Krishna is the Suhruda, and also because devotee is the part and parcel of Krishna, we should also have at least some quantity of the same quality. So we should also become the Suhruda. We should always show some mercy to all the living entities, be it humans, be it pigs, be it goats, be it whatever it is, doesn't matter. So we should always show some mercy to all the living entities. How can we show the mercy to the humans? By giving the Acharya's message, whatever they taught us, we should always give them, saying that do this, chant Hare Krishna mantra, or chant some God's name, recite some names of God, something we should always treat them, not out of because we know something or because we are knowledgeable or because we know something big. It's not like that. We always should preach someone. Preaching means not only through, like, you have to recite slokas, you have to recite translations, purports, and deep philosophical thing. No, not like that. Preaching means you should always get a devotee towards Krishna, get a someone to Krishna through any means, be it preaching, be it you chant nicely. That is also an inspiration to someone. Hare, how can you so be happy? Generally, in my office, I always sing something. I always sing. Especially Rama Kirtan, I always sing because we are in Ramalaya. We are preaching in Ramalaya, so we are always staying in Ramalaya in some or other activities. So nowadays I'm singing the glories of Ramachandra all the time. Mm. Um, then one of my colleague asked all after a long time, Pavan, I'm thinking to ask this question since long time. I don't know. It's good to ask or not. Then I thought, did I do something bad? Please tell me. I want to correct myself. I'm wearing tilak and all. I should be correct. Then he told, no, you didn't do anything wrong. How can you be so happy all the time just by singing? He told. Then I told, that is our real nature. Our real nature is to do all these things, not do the software work. This we are doing out of our Ugra Karma. But this is not our job. Our job is to actually do this thing only. And do nice, earn something and nicely chant the glories of Krishna and glorify the Krishna and be happy. That's a simple life. But now we are, struggling in this covered place with AC and all, and always sitting in front of laptop working. It doesn't mean, and also I told him that it doesn't mean that he should not work. You still he should work because you are here and because you are taking money. But while working, remember Krishna. At least do that. That's a great thing. You should do that. So we should always remember the Krishna all the time. Suhrada Sarvadevina. Next, Ajata Shatrutvam Shanta Sadhava Sadhu Bhushana, meaning we should not have any enemies. A devotee should not have enemies. It doesn't mean that we should always associate with the enemies and we should fall down. It doesn't mean that, okay? We should have very less enemies. For that matter, we should not have any enemies. And also we should always be Shanta. We should always be very calm. Always calm means, again, it doesn't mean that we should follow Mauna Vratas. It means that we should always be calm means, the other day I was discussing with someone about the Mauna Vrata. The real Mauna Vrata is stopping the stupid things and speaking the glories of Krishna. That is real Mauna Vrata. Because Krishna has given us the ability to talk, we should use that in the service of Krishna. Whatever the abilities that we have, we should always engage them in Krishna. If we don't engage them in Krishna and if we try to stop that ability, definitely that will come back with the negative thing. If we don't speak about the glory of Krishna, it's glory of some hero and heroine. If we don't eat the prasad of Krishna with our tongue, we will eat some other animal. If we don't utter the glory of Krishna with our tongue, we'll glorify something else. If we don't worship Krishna with our hands, we will do something else. If we don't engage our legs in the service of Krishna by going to temples, we'll engage them in something else, to going to some vacation or something else. If we don't engage any senses in the service of Krishna, that same sense will destroy us. This is the fact. But unfortunate thing is, we don't realize this. Yeah. So that is the quality of Krishna. That is the quality of a devotee, being so tolerant. So tolerant. That's what this Amatal is doing. Even though he was attacked by demons, he was still standing steady just to serve Indra, his master. Nonetheless, even though Jambasura was praising Matali for his service towards Indra, Jambasura still attacked, because that is a demon mentality. Demon mentality will never stop. That will always continue. Even sometimes, even we get praised by someone, it doesn't mean that, they will not attack us. They will still attack us. That praising will only be out of their ego or something like that, but it's not because of the pure heart. Only devotees can praise someone. Non means devotees means, I'm not differentiating a devotee and non-devotee, something like that, but whoever has the bhavana of Krishna prema, they only can praise someone with fullest of his heart, or else they cannot praise. That cannot happen. It will never happen. So even Jambasura, the lack of who is lacking of Krishna prema, is praising Matali. But what is the use of that praise when it is coming back with the same demonic mentality? That's a useless praise, right? So that's what Jambasura did. Then what happened? Although the pain was extremely severe, Matali tolerated it with great patience. See how nice he is. Matali is teaching us what? There may be struggles in the devotion. Have some patience. Prabhuji, I'm chanting 16 rounds. Have some patience. Prabhuji, I'm doing daily Mangal Arati. Have some patience. Gajendra, the elephant, king of the elephant, it has struggled for thousands of years with the crocodile. Finally, Vishnu came and helped. Draupadi, the best friend of Krishna, was disrobed in the public assembly. But Krishna came only when she called out of complete heart. In the same way, it may look like to us like, Prabhuji, I'm chanting 16 rounds. Yeah. But did you also assess the quality? Okay, we assess the quantity of chanting, but did we assess the quality of chanting? No, we never do that. We always forget, or we don't even care sometimes. At least I don't care. But whenever we are assessing the quantity of chanting and quantity of the Mangalaratis that we attend, or quantity of classes that we attend, class that we gave, we always assess that. But the quality we forget to assess. Because Krishna doesn't count the number of rounds we chant. Krishna doesn't count the number of classes we attended. Krishna doesn't attend anything, doesn't anything. But it counts only one thing, that the bhava within us. That's why he always be called as Baba Grahi Janardana. He always assess our heart. He looks into our heart. He's in our heart as the Paramatma. He's checking alwaysly. Once call my name with love, I'll take you back. But we are calling the name for sure, but we are not calling with the love. That love is missing. Okay. But when we have patience, I know it's difficult to get that love on the first day, second day, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Some people might take few lives itself, not within this life. That's why everyone has their own pace towards going back to Krishna. Some will go within a day, like Prahalad, maybe. Some will go in months, years. Some will go even lifetimes. But everyone will have their own journey towards Krishna. But in this journey, the only thing that we should observe is the patience and assess the quality that we are doing. That's what here Matali is doing towards his master, Indra. Matali was struck again and again by the demons, but still he was standing steady just to serve his master, Indra. We should also stand very steady, even though there are so many calamities in our life. I know it's very easy to tell, but still, whenever we hear, at least something will be remembered at that time of calamity. Whenever such calamities come in our life, we should always stand steady. At least don't slip away from our devotional practice and stand steady. Many people think that standing steady in the calamities means, okay, I should not cry. No, you can cry. Even Kunti Maharani cried in many places whenever, especially when she lost children. Devotees standing steady means it doesn't mean that we will be, emotionless, something like that. No, we have emotions. Okay, many misunderstand that devotees will not have emotions. No, we will have emotions. We should cry for other devotees. We should help other devotees. We should cry for Krishna. We should cry in separation of Krishna. We should cry in separation of our Guru's association. We should cry for everything. Okay, but at the same time, we should have patience. Prabhuji said, Mataji, we will not get the result immediately after we do some practice. We should have patience. Okay, so Indra now, because Matali, the charioteer of Indra, was struck again and again by Jambasura and other demons, now Indra became furious. How can you attack my servant Matali? Indra, however, became extremely angry at Jambasura. He struck Jambasura with his thunderbolt and thus severed his head from his body. So finally, Indra killed Jambasura because he was attacking his servant Matali. Okay, so this is the 18th sloka. So by looking at that, we should understand that even when we are tolerant in our devotion, Krishna will come and save us. Just like he saved Gajendra, just like he saved Prahlada. We are all watching Narsimha movie ki jai. Yeah, we all watched how beautifully he directed the movie. I always telling to everyone that there is no commercial aspect in that movie. Nothing. It's pure. It's like we are sitting in a class, literally sitting in a class. A preacher is preaching and we are just hearing to the class nicely. How beautifully that movie has been directed by the director. So that's the quality of a devotee. Whatever the talent we possess, we should not wait. We should attack with the talent serving Krishna. We should just jump in. Prabhuji, I have so much of time. Let me see after few days. No, we don't have time. We should serve now, not later. We should serve now. That's why we should always go with aggressive. That's what our Shiksha Guru Lilananda Prabhuji taught us. We should always get into the action. Then we have to see what happens. First action, then reaction. Yeah, yeah. So we should always go big. We should always go aggressive in our serving mode. That's the inspiration that we can take from our dear His Grace Lilananda Prabhuji. Even Sudama, for that matter. Sudama was struggling a lot. He didn't even ask Krishna, I need something. Actually went to ask something, but he didn't ask because he forgot looking at the Krishna. But still Krishna hears everyone and he serves his devotees. That's the beauty of Krishna. So even if we don't ask, Krishna gives if we really need it. Even if we ask, Krishna doesn't give it if we really don't need it. We should leave the decision to Krishna maybe. That do I need this or not? It's up to you. Well, that's what Prahlada was telling in that movie, right? Whenever those demons were trying to push him from the mountain, they asked, what if, okay, so many times your Vishnu came and protected you. What if he doesn't come now? Then he says that, okay, let him not come. What happens? If he wants to come, he will come. If he doesn't want to come, he will not come. There's no difference, right? For me, I'm happy chanting my my Lord name. That's it. That's what gives me happiness. Even though if I fall, even if I don't fall, even the snake bites, even what happens, I don't care. I'm happy chanting the glories of my uh, Vishnu. That's what he's thinking. Nothing else. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. 19th sloka. When Narada Rishi informed Jambasura's friends and relatives that Jambasura had been killed, the three demons named Namuchi, Bala, Paka arrived on the battlefield in great haste. So now we might get a question. How can Narada help demons here? Okay. How can Narada help demons? See now, so far what happened? Jambasura, a great demon from the family of demons, has been killed. So war is over, silent, done. Why Narada has to come in between and give the news of his death to his relatives named Namuchi, Bhala, Paka? It seems like a little controversial here. And this is where many people show Narada as the, what do we call that? Pullal bette vallantaru Telugulo. I don't know what we call in English. What do you call them in English? English is very tough language. What do we call that pullal bette vallan in English? Anyone has an idea? Prabhujis, Matajis, any idea?
Poker.
Poker. Okay. Yeah. Poker. Yeah. Yeah. Many people misunderstand Narada as poker, but he's not. That's a disrespect towards Narada. He's not. The reason he's doing that, and by the way, he didn't do only this time, this Narada. Narada has done this many times. Example, when Kamsa was heard that the eighth child of Devaki will kill him, actually, he planned to leave the first seven childs and only kill eighth child. But Narada came in between and told, in this circle, what is the starting point? How can you decide is the eighth child or first child? You cannot, right? So kill everyone. Why? That looks like a very negative thing for us. Okay, but the reason behind it is Narada want to accelerate the arrival of the Krishna. That's why he does that. And also he gives a momentum to the Leela of Krishna. Here, Narada, if you would have stopped, looking at that, how would Vamana Avataram comes next? Vamana Avataram has to come next, right? So to accelerate these things, I want to come Krishna. Krishna has to come early. For that thing, Narada accelerate the Leela. That's only the thing he does. It's not like because he likes this and etc. Kalaha Priyudu, no, it's not. He's not Kalaha Priya. He's Prema Priya. He loves the devotees. He will not like the quarrels. Okay. So Narada is so compassionate. He's one of the 12 Mahajans. He's the greatest devotee of Krishna. Because of him, so many devotees, like example, Prahalada. Even though from such a Asuric family, Prahalada became such a great devotee just because of Narada. Because he preached Bhagavatam to Prahalada when he was in the womb. Because of him only, Dhruva Maharaj got the darshan of Vishnu. Because of him only, even this, what is it, name? Mrigari became a great devotee. Because of him only, so many devotees sprouted up. That is the greatness of Narada. Wherever he goes, he just preaches the glory of Krishna. And he does sometimes these things just because to accelerate the arrival of the Krishna and to give a moment to the Leela of Krishna. And next 20. Rebuking Indra with harsh, cruel words that were piercing to the heart, these demons showed him with arrows just as torrents of rain wash a great mountain. Next, what happened? These demons came, right? What are those names? Bala, Paka, Namuchi. These demons came saying that, how can you kill Jambasura from my family? We will kill you today. So they came with harsh words, like they were scolding Indra, like, you stupid, how can you do this? See, they are saying that cruel words. That's where they are. Now also people will use cruel words, harsh words towards others, right? This parampara is coming from that only. So whenever someone says that you bhala, paka, namuchi, you are the descendants of that vamsha, you can call them, yeah. So these demons showered with him arrows just as torrents of rain wash a great mountain. So they released arrows towards Indra, saying that how can you kill Jambasura? In the same way, in our life also, so many calamities might come, but we should still stand like a mountain. See, that's what it's saying, right? Torrents of rain wash a great mountain. See, whenever torrents of rain comes, mountain will move. It will not move, right? Even a small, size of rock also cannot move with the rain. We should also be so strong that even though many problems come to us, we should still stand strong in our devotional practice. If we get slipped because of the small things, how can we remember Krishna at the time of death? How can we remember Krishna at the time of death? We cannot remember Krishna. So the other day we're discussing Kshauni Patitvam Atvaikam Akinchanatvam, meaning even though if we become a greatest king, or even if we become a beggar, Kshauni Patitvam Atvaikam Akinchanatvam Nityam Bahuma Dadasi Nityam Bahumanam, meaning always, even if I get the Bahumana, the gifts, Atava Apamanam, even if I get the Apamana means disrespects. Vaikuntavasam Atava Narake Nivasam, even if I get a place in the Vaikunta, or even if I get the place in the Naraka, the only thing that devotee should aspire for is Vasudeva Mama Nasti Katis Twadhanya, meaning for me there is no other gati, or there is no other aspiration for me except you. That should be the mood of a devotee. It's not like if whenever I get praise, I remember Krishna. Whenever I don't get praise, I don't remember Krishna. Whenever I become a king, I will remember Krishna. Whenever I become beggar, I will not remember Krishna. Whenever I go to Vaikunta, I remember Krishna. But whenever I go to Naraka, I don't remember Krishna. It's not like that. Wherever we are, whichever position in we are, the only thing, the only gati that we should have is the Krishna Rathi, Prema. If we are conscious about that gati, thinking about that gati only, we will not have Krishna Rathi. The Prema of Krishna we will not have. So gati and Rathi both are not only rhymes, they are related. Okay. So we should not be conscious of gati. We should always be conscious of Rathi, of Krishna. Okay. Then only we can enjoy the devotional aspect, or else it looks very boring and it looks very dry. You know, the devotional practice should always be, we should always relish it with love. We should relish it. We should enjoy the devotional practice. It should not become a burden in our life. It should become a part of our life. We should enjoy. Yeah. Next 21st. Quickly handling the situation on the battlefield, the demon Bala put all of Indra's 1000 horses into a tribulation by simultaneously piercing them all with an equal number of arrows. Finally, what this Bala did? Three demons, right? Bala, Paka, Namuchi. Bala, what he did? He caught hold of all the 1000 horses of Indra and he killed them. Okay. Next, our next hero. Who is that? Paka. This Paka, what he did? Paka, another demon, attacked both the chariot with all its paraphernalia and the chariot driver Matali. Again, now Jambasura was killed, and this guy came again. Paka, he came and he attacked the Matali by fitting 200 arrows in a bow and releasing them all simultaneously. Maximum Bahubali can release only 3 arrows, but this Paka can release, see how many arrows? 200 arrows at a time. Now, when we looked at that, when we watched that Bahubali movie, we were shocked. And how can someone release 3 arrows at a time? No, see, no, Paka is another demon. He releases only 200 arrows at a time. This was indeed a wonderful act on the battlefield. See, is glorified also in Srimad Bhagavatam. That is also just like we glorified Bahubali. Srimad Bhagavatam is also glorifying the Paka 200 at a time, not only 3, 200 straight. Next 23. Then Namuchi, another demon. Bala attacked horses. Paka attacked the chariot and chariot driver. Now Namuchi, another demon, chariot driver. See the strategy here, going step by step. It's a layered strategy. In the software development, we have this onion architecture. We have, right, in the same way, layer. And first they are attacking horses, then attacking the chariot driver. Next, actually, person who is sitting in the chariot. So it's a layered strategy. Then Namuchi, another demon, attacked Indra and injured him with 15 very powerful golden feathered arrows, which roared like a cloud full of water. How many problems to Indra? Padam yat vipadam. But the only thing we should do is observe these calamities in our life and pray to Krishna. Please help me. That's the only thing that we can do. Nothing else we can do. See, Indra, who is Indra? Indra is the head of demigods. And who are we? A normal jiva in this bhuloka of this Brahmanda. But Indra is the head of the demigods. He is facing problems. And what he is doing whenever he faces a problem? Whenever he faces a problem, the only thing he does is go to Brahma and go to Vishnu with the help of Brahma. That's what he does, nothing else. He will try his best, he will try his best. Finally, he realizes that, I cannot do anything. That's where he goes to who? Vishnu with the help of Brahma. And then Vishnu gives some suggestion. Just like he gave suggestion here, go and churn the milk ocean, then you'll get the Amrita, then you take it. In the same way, here also, we should also, whenever we face any problem, sometimes some people will say something to us which we cannot accept, it pops out our ego. Then we should not react. We should respond by remembering Krishna. Okay. But if we think that, నాకన్నే వదిలేడు తోపుగాడు అంటే, that will worsen the situation. Definitely. That will worsen the situation for sure. We should stay calm, observe peacefully. See, we all watched Mahavatar Narsimha movie. That is only I'm remembering since many days. I'm telling all this to everyone. So I'm telling here also. Prahlada, how tolerant he was. How tolerant. That's crazy tolerance. Crazy. Like, how can we say one tolerant? Even we can also be so tolerant when we really utter the names of Krishna. It should not be robotic utter. It should really come from our hearts. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Are we really chanting? Are we really chanting? Sometimes because of this software faults, whenever we say chanting, because of this auto correction or whatever, it goes as the chatting. And sometimes I think that how can it read? I know that Instagram can hear my voice and act upon it, but how can it hear my inner voice, whatever is coming? I'm actually chatting. I'm not chanting. I'm actually chatting. Chatting means what? Typing something, chatting. That's what we also say. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram. మధ్యలో ఫోన్ చేస్తా, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ రామ. మధ్యలో ఎన్ని రౌండ్స్ అయినాయి, ఎంత అయినా, హౌ మచ్ ఐ హావ్ డన్, how many rounds I have done, how much is pending for this round. Now I have to go this, I have to go drop my kid to the school, I have to go to the office, my manager call is there next 2 minutes. Will I be able to finish this round in 2 minutes or not? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. If there are 2 minutes but half of the round left, then our speed will increase. Zup, rocket speed. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram. God will come? No, will not. Again, I'm telling this to myself. I'm not telling you're all my seniors. So many senior devotees are here. I'm just telling this. I'm actually speaking to myself. I'm not telling anyone here. I'm not preaching here. I'm preaching to myself. I'm telling to myself, will God come if I chant like this? No, He will not come. Where is prema? Maybe we get some sukruti for sure. We may get heavenly planets and all, just like Indra got heavenly planets. But Prahlada, how tolerant he was. Just the only weapon he had was the name of Krishna. Nothing else. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. That's what he did. Nothing else. You want me to get into the fire? Let me go and see the beauty, like that what's that? Holika, his maternal aunt, when like he was telling that you don't come, I'll go. If you want me to go, I'll go. But why you want to come? You will be killed unnecessarily. Don't come. But she went. See the confidence of Prahlad that my Lord will save me for sure. That confidence we should have. Even in calamities, that's the main point. Double quote. That's why it is related to our class today. Indra had so many calamities. In the same way, we will get so many calamities in our life. We should still stay strong and remember the names of Krishna. Krishna will protect me for sure. Name bhaktya pranashyati. Krishna told this. How can Krishna misses his promise? Krishna might miss his promise lifting the Rathanga. Rathanga means the one anga of Ratha, which is the wheel of chariot. He may lift the weapon, breaking his promise only for his devotees. When he can break his promise for devotee, why can't he fulfill his promise for his devotee? He says that, Kaunteya, Arjuna, note this down. My devotee will never perish. That's my promise. We should actually have faith in that promise. But unfortunately, because of that, our previous life's vasanas, purva karma vasanas, antam kada. So because of those vasanas, we'll not have that faith. But don't worry. The Kali Yuga is so merciful towards us. It has given a very nice mantra to us to develop that faith towards Krishna. The only thing we have to do is spend 1.5 hours to 2 hours with very much quality. Anyway, we are doing chanting. Let us do it with quality. Again, I'm telling this to myself. Okay. Let us chant nicely. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If we chant sincerely, our faith will all be automatically be developed. That's the glory of the names of Krishna. There are so many glories for Krishna. Next, 24th. Other demons covered Indra along with his chariot and chariot driver with incessant showers of arrows, just as clouds cover the sun in rainy season. ఇంకా అయిపోలే, చాలా ఉంది సినిమా ఇంకా. జాంబాసుర డన్. నెక్స్ట్ 3 sides 3 demons came. Who are they? బల, పాక, నముచి. మళ్ళీ ఇంకో లేయర్. So many other demons came and covered Indra. So these are our war strategies. With incessant showers of arrows, just as clouds cover the sun in the rainy season. See how beautiful analogy, comparison here. Clouds cover the sun. The sun here, sun is compared to what here in this sloka? Indra. Clouds are compared to what? Demons. Which is temporary, sun or cloud? Clouds are temporary. They come and they go. But sun always remains there only. In the same way, the calamities, which can be compared to as demon, which can be compared to the clouds, will always come and go in our life. But we, as the sun, the devotee, should always remain stay there, thinking that this cloud will pass away. This cloud will pass away. That should be our mood. So this is 24th sloka. Okay. Next, 25th. The demigods, being severely oppressed by their enemies and being unable to see Indra on battlefield, were very anxious. Having no captain or leader, they began lamenting like traders in a wrecked vessel in the midst of the ocean. This shows us the importance of Shiksha Guru in our life. The importance of Shiksha Guru in our life. Without a leader, a team cannot survive. In the same way, without a Shiksha Guru, our devotional practice will never go forward. So we should always have the Shiksha Guru in our life. Just like all the demigods were lamenting because Indra was captured by all the demons and they are lamenting like, how we will survive without my leader. In the same way, we should always feel that, I cannot survive without my Shiksha Guru. Whatever he says, I will do it. We should always follow in the footsteps of our Shiksha Guru. All glories to His Grace Lilananda Prabhuji, because of whom I am here today speaking Bhagavatam. All glories to him. Yeah. This is the need for Shiksha Guru. He says that do it. Don't. We should not think with our mustard size brain, say thinking that Lilananda Prabhu told this, she is correct or not. No, don't assess. Do it. Because how can a sadhu or devotee think bad? He cannot think bad. Just like a mother will not give poison to his son, a guru will not give bad instructions to his disciples. Never the case. That's why whenever we take initiation, that can be compared to as second birth. Do you know what birth is? Like, second birth, in the same life, two births. We'll get a new name, we'll get a new father. That father, we should be obedient. Our Shastra says that a son should always be obedient to his father. Just like a father is always responsible towards his son. When child understand the love of the father, he will be obedient by default if he really understands. Of course, this Gen Z, this new generation is little behind this. Like, they don't understand the value of parents. They don't value their parents. But when the child, if the father and mother can make his children understand, I'm telling again this to myself, so that because I have my son Kesar Nandan Prabhu, so I'm telling this to myself. If the parents are conscious of their children, the parents are always engaged in teaching the glories of Krishna to their children, they will be obedient to their parents for sure. But again, Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya. Manda Bhagya means we are very unlucky fellows in this material world. How unlucky? Even though we teach so many things, they go to school and they will have to be in the bad association for almost 8 hours most of the times, and they learn bad things for sure. That is the Manda Bhagya. Manda Bhagya means very unlucky souls we are, taking the birth in this Kali Yuga. But again, we are lucky people, we got easy solution to go back to Krishna. But the problem is that easy solution also we will not take, because Manda Sumanda Matayo, we are unfortunate, and also we are surrounded by unfortunate. Because of that, the unfortunate comes to us always, the unlucky. So we are unlucky. The people around us are unlucky because we unlucky are always surrounded by unlucky, will always give the misfortune to us. What fortune will we will get? If unlucky people will always associate with unlucky people. But there is a hope of ray. Like sometimes we get a hope, saying that Prabhu, ikkada satsang undi Prabhu, go attend, understand, learn, study, chant, go back. Simple. So here, he compared that 25th sloka. Here, the importance of Shiksha Guru is mentioned here. We should always catch hold of the feet of the Shiksha Guru and do whatever he says. Prabhu, do this, do that, do that. Again, I'm telling this to myself. 26th. Thereafter, Indra released himself from the cage of network of arrows, appearing with his chariot, flag, horses, and chariot driver, and thus pleasing the sky, the earth, and all the directions. He shone effulgently like the sun at the end of the night. Indra was bright and beautiful in the vision of everyone. Just like, again in the same Avatar movie, uh, Prahlad was caught up with all the fire, Holika, fire, woods, and everything. At one point he's not visible in the fire. I was like, no, tense, Prahlada, where are you? Please come back. In the same way, but after he come back, how the scene looks like, Prahlada was, stepping. So he's stepping down, and his legs, Hari Bol, such a beautiful legs. He was shining in that fire, the beautiful shining face. Same thing here, Indra. He was stuck with the arrows, stuck with the demons, but finally he came out with effulging sun. And Prabhuji's Mataji's, if we also stand steady in our devotional practice, bear everything, calamities, one day we will shine and we will see Krishna personally, and Krishna will hug us. Hari Bol. Like what can be seen? How many of you want to see say loud Hari Bol? Unmute and say Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
We-
Bol.
that situation. Yeah, that situation. We should Prabhuji, that situation, what can be the best act than that? People are so unfortunate that they are waiting for the hugs of some opposite gender. Like what happiness that hug can give to us. But when we touch the transcendental body of Krishna, that hug is the pleasure. That's the real pleasure. Not this opposite gender in this material. Those hugs are all temporary. That only gives us the misfortune, nothing else. But the hug of Krishna is waiting for us, literally, personally, for each one of us. We should have that faith, Prabhuji and Matajis. That faith is the only thing that will drive us. If we don't have that faith and if we do things, it's only the ritual. If our rituals are not backed with the faith, those rituals will not take us anywhere. Maybe we will go to heaven. What is the use of that heaven if we are again come back? But if our rituals are backed up with the faith of Krishna will protect me, that will take us to go back to Goloka for sure, and we'll never come back. So next 27th. When Indra, who is known as Vajradhara, the carrier of thunderbolt, saw his own soldiers so oppressed by the enemies on the battlefield, he became very angry. Thus, he took up his thunderbolt to kill the enemies. Now, Indra came, right? So, as soon as he came, he took up his sword like that thunderbolt, and he tried to kill all the enemies. What he did after taking it? Oh, King Parikshit, King Indra used his thunderbolt to cut up the heads of both Bala and Paka in the presence of their relatives and followers. In this way, he created a very fearful atmosphere on the battlefield. Now, this thunderbolt can be compared to our Harinama. Just like Indra could kill the Bala and Paka with the Harinama, with the thunderbolt, we can also kill the calamities in our life with the thunderbolt of Harinama. If we chant sincerely, all the calamities will go. It doesn't mean that actual calamities will go, but the pain that we get through those calamities will not touch us. That is the meaning of the calamities will go away. Okay, next 29th. O King, But when Namuchi, another demon, saw the killing of Bala and Paka, he was full of grief, lamentation. Thus he angrily made a great attempt to kill Indra. Now, out of 3, Bala and Paka are done. Now, Namuchi, will he say calm? No. Padam padam et vipadam. Bala and Paka, 2 calamities from our life are gone with Arnama. But that doesn't mean that another calamity will not come. It will come. We should face that also. Prabhuji, now my calamity is gone. Don't think that it will come again. That's what this material world is, right? It has to. It will always remind us the the beauty of this material world with the troubles. Okay, so we should always appreciate that beauty of calamities and stay in the devotees association and go back. That's the only thing. But here in the 30th sloka, if you see, being angry and roaring like a lion, the demon Namuchi took up a steel spear which was bound with bells and decorated with the ornaments of gold. He loudly cried, "Now you are killed!" Thus coming before Indra to kill him, Namuchi released him weapon. Okay, now Namuchi started attacking the Indra. Next, what does? O king, when Indra, king of heaven, saw this very powerful spear falling toward the ground like a blazing fire, he immediately cut it into pieces with his arrows. Then, being very angry, he struck Namuchi's shoulder with his thunderbolt to cut off Namuchi's head. Now, Namuchi released his weapon. Next, Indra smashed that weapon and he took up his thunderbolt and tried to kill the Namuchi's head. Let's see what happens. Although King Indra hurled his thunderbolt at Namuchis with great force, it could not even pierce his skin. Wow. Indra's plan is to kill Namuchi, to cut Namuchi's head, just like he cut off the Bala and Paka's head. In the same way, he wanted to cut the Namuchi's head, but it didn't even give a scratch on the screen, on his skin, Namuchi. It is very wonderful that the famed thunderbolt that had pierced the body of Vritrasura could not even slightly injure the skin of Namuchi's neck. See. Here thunderbolt actually killed the Vritrasura, but it didn't even give a scratch mark on the Namuchi's neck. So it was a wonderful thing to note down. Let's see why. 33rd. When Indra saw the thunderbolt return from the enemy, he was very much afraid. Now Indra is afraid. Huh? My thunderbolt, with which I can kill anyone, it's not able to kill Namuchi. Why? He was afraid, like, wow, who will save me now? He began to wonder whether this had happened because of some miraculous superior power. Final 34th, Indra thought, formerly when many mountains flying in the sky with the wings would fall to the ground and kill people, I cut their wings with the same thunderbolt. He's saying the glory of thunderbolt now. He's telling that, I did so many things with this thunderbolt. Now I am not able to cut even, I'm not able to give a scratch mark on this. Namuchi said, how come it is? He's now in the next verses, he will speak the glories of thunderbolt, and finally he will get to know that Namuchi cannot be killed by any dry thing or wet thing. So then Indra has chosen the foam. With the foam, he killed the Namuchi later. Okay. So this is my quota for today, 17th to 34th sloka. So the only thing that we can take out of from this session is always depend on Krishna. Every arrangement in our life is just to purify and uplift us. There is no other reason for anything that happens in our life. Nothing. Anything that is, whatever Prabhuji and Mataji, whatever we get in our life, it's only because of our karma. And we should respect that, because that is the nature of this Prakriti. The only thing that we can do to get out of those calamities is to take the shelter of the lotus feet of the Guru, Shastra, Sadhu. If you can take the shelter of these, nothing can touch us. Nothing can touch us. It doesn't mean that calamities will not come to us. They will come, but we will not be affected with those calamities. By those calamities, we will not be attacked. So always, just like Indra's weapon, thunderbolt, didn't work, Sometimes our strength also will not be sufficient sometimes. That's why we should seek the shelter of a guru. We should understand why this happened to me. Take the shelter of devotees, talk to devotees, maintain good relationship among the devotees. Hmm? If someone tells you something, be calm, don't react. Hmm? Uh, take their help instead. Prabhuji, I'm sorry, I hurt you. Please forgive me. How can I help you better? How can I serve you better? Take the shelter of the devotees, take the shelter of Guru. Go and ask Shiksha Guru, Prabhuji, how can I improve in my sadhana? This is killing me. I'm not able to chant properly. How to do this? Tell me something. Tell me something. And when they tell something, we should ask, actually follow. We should not ask for the sake of asking. We should actually follow. If we don't have intentions to follow, we should not even ask. Okay. We should ask, we should take their help, we should take their instructions, suggestions, and we should approach Shastra. When we approach Shastra also, like so many acharyas gave us the commentary on the so many Shastras, like Srila Prabhupada. If we can take the shelter of the Shastra, Sadhu, and the Guru. Sadhu means devotees, basically. Okay. Sadhu means again, don't go and look for a famous sadhu. Don't. It's not like sadhu means a person who is having good qualities, which are devotees. So Shastra, read scriptures. Sadhu, associate with the devotees. Guru, follow the instructions of Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru blindly. When we can do these three things, just like Indra could kill Bala, Paka, Namuchi with his thunderbolt, we can also kill all the calamities in our life with the thunderbolt of our sadhana. When our sadhana is strong, nothing can beat us in the devotional practice, and our end goal will be fulfilled. That is Krishna Prema. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Any realizations? Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Bal. I think we can end the session. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna,
Swami.
Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. Excellent class, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.